probably one of the hilarious moments that I had. There was actually two leading up to tonight's show. The first one has to do with Rosa Mendes. So Rosa Mendes announced this week that after 10 years being involved in the wrestling business, and we should put an asterisk by that because she was pretty inconsistent in her final years being involved in wrestling, but she pretty much said that after 10 years, she's going to be retiring from the WWE. She's going to be retiring from wrestling altogether. When I first heard this news, I honestly took to Twitter. I took to Facebook. I had my friends on my personal Facebook page having a few laughs at what I said because I was able to expand on it more on Facebook. I basically said, finding out that Rosa Mendes is retiring from the WWE and wrestling is equivalent to me finding out that my garbage collector man for 23 years, who I've never seen before in my entire life, decided to retire. I never knew. I never cared. I give two shits. That's my honest take when it comes to this whole Rosa Mendes thing. It's like, huh? So I'm like, Rosa Mendes, I really am gonna miss her. Remember that feud with, wait, what was that feud exactly? Well, remember when she had that match against, I can't exactly remember you know what I'm talking about, right? Or how about that time yeah, you know, right? Yeah, remember? What about Total Divas? She did Total Divas, right? Remember that episode where she, you know that thing. I can't recall, like, I mean, seriously. Oh, God. So, I mean, let's do the time warp again. So, like, one of the last things she did in her final years with the WWE, she had managed Primo and Epico, and we all know how much of a clusterfuck that was. That just really felt like a race thing. It was like, let's put the Puerto Ricans together. Let's see if that'll work. Let's put a little Latin flavor together. Let's see how the Latins work. That was just a failed fucking experiment. That really did not work out. So WWE was kind of like, well, what else could we do with her? Well, maybe we could do something with her on Total Divas. Whatever. Does anybody remember how Rosa Mendes first came to the WWE? Does anybody really, really remember? Now, before you ask, no, she did not wrestle on the independent scene before coming to the WWE. Everything started with the 2006 Diva Search. She was of the final 8. She had won the first round of a dance competition. About a week or two later, she got eliminated. WWE, they still were quite pleased with what they had saw her do in that Diva Search competition. They offered her a developmental deal. Now, if you know your OVW like that, you know long before ODB had went to TNA and became a multi-time Knockouts champion, she feuded with ODB, and it culminated in a match for the OVW Women's Championship, of which, believe it or not, boys and girls, Rosa Mendes actually became a OVW Women's Champion. Shortly after that, she had a long drawn out feud with Katie Lee. I'm sure you guys, you got to know her. Come on now. You know Katie Lee, Katie Burchill. Come on now. It was awesome interviewing her, a couple of years back. That's, of all the interviews I did over the years, that's a throwback favorite of mine that I still listen to this very day. Their ultimate send-off match was a Kiss My Foot match. And it was for the title, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all remember how she debuted? I still remember it vividly. She debuted as a crazy ass fan that was obsessed with the Glamazon Beth Phoenix. And you knew she was a plant, because you could see her clear as day, especially when they were kind of like doing like these pan shots, and it was kind of like, okay, why are we homing in on the hot looking brunette? What the hell is this about? That's how they like introduced her. I think Santino brought her in, and she had attacked Melina a couple of times. Santino had revealed that basically Rosa Mendes was like a hired gun or some shit like that. That's pretty much how we were introduced to her. So, I mean, it's really hard to believe, but Homegirl was in, get this, 235 matches during her WWE career. She had 6 pay-per-view appearances, believe it or not. 235 matches. Now, I know when you hear 235 matches, it's like, that's great. So, what were like the memorable moments, Lee? Well, you know, it was that thing. Or what about when she, you know, right? I think Rosa Mendes will be honestly remembered for someone who, let's be brutally honest, as far as in-ring skills, wasn't impressive. As far as mic work, very lackluster. As far as getting some type of a reaction from the crowd, and I'm sorry, getting a boner does not count in this case. I'm talking about a actual heel or babyface reaction from the crowd. Lackluster. She practically got like no reaction from the crowd. They could like give like 2 shits not about her. They could care less. That's the God's the honest truth. You can like go back and you can see for yourself. Now, WWE may have edited the audio now, so it's probably like cheers and all that other shit because they're trying to program you with their alternate facts, right? That's the new word now, alternate facts. So, you know, honestly, there's nothing like to really remember her by. If anything, we're going to remember her for her outside drama. She was in a relationship with a abusive spouse. Now, she was able to get away from that situation. Kudos to her. She was having a little bit of a sexual identity crisis, as a couple of years back she came out being bisexual. But then she like got with this new guy and they've been together for a good minute, to the point she's pregnant and they plan on getting married, and she decided to relocate her life and move out to Philadelphia to be with him, and she gave birth to this child a couple of weeks back, if I'm not mistaken. So you're kind of like, it was either a couple of weeks back or last year she gave birth. I don't keep track of her like that. So you're like, okay, well, you're trying. You also think about the period where she took some time off from the WWE, one of many times, whether it was spousal abuse problems. I know one of those times that she took some personal time to herself, it was because she had a serious drinking problem. She was trying to get her act together, trying to get it cleaned up. We know for a fact, according to at least Kurt Bauer, who's a former WWE creative team member / writer, he had talked passionately about how Michael Hayes made a serious boo-boo when Hayes and Rosa Mendes were spotted at a bar drinking together. Michael Hayes, knowing damn well this girl's like a recovering alcoholic, and here he is, drink up, man, come on. That led to him getting not fired, but suspended. He should have been fired though, but that led to him being suspended for several weeks. So, honestly, if I could give any type of advice to Rosa Mendes, it really kind of comes off as though she's trying to turn her life around. She talks about how she's always been inspired by Trish Stratus, and she's gotten to that point right now where she's started up her own website. She's got this nice fit mommy program that's going on, trying to empower women that are pregnant, and then even after they've given birth, trying to help motivate them to continue to stay in shape and everything, giving them nutritional tips, all that good stuff. And all I gotta say is keep at it. Long as you're surrounding yourself by positive things, positive people, you got that positive energy, continuing to be in your inner circle, you know, hey, I wish y'all the very best. And I do mean that sincerely. I do think it's kind of funny, though, that after 2 days, she's asked if she'll ever come back to the WWE, and she's like, oh, yes. Oh, I'd love to. Oh, I love to come back. And it's like, wait a minute now. Can we just kind of take it one step at a time? Like, seriously, can we take it one step at a time? So, yeah, I thought that was kind of funny.